It's monsoon season outside, so it's quite nice outside. Yeah, it's not bad, but ignore if the brightness changes. That's not me. That's God. That's not me. Anyways, we have a IEM. I've been testing a lot of IEMs recently because I cannot use headphones in the bed. Obviously, I cannot. This is the JBL S100a. The reason I say A is because this is the Android version. You have the S100, which is without any remote, and then you have the S100i, which is the Apple version, obviously. It's quite a really nice in-ear monitor. First of all, the main driver part is angled, so you cannot wear this over the ear. This is a strictly normal design. I don't know what that is called for IEMs, but it just goes normally. You cannot do it over the ear because it is angled, so it does not fit the same way. It comes with Comply tips. Comply, if you guys don't know what who Comply are, then they make these adaptive memory foam tips. I was never a big fan of them. I think they're extremely fragile and they don't last long. Granted, they do fit well and they do isolate slightly better than silicone tips, but it's extremely, the difference is very less, and I don't think it's as good as marketed and as good as people are making it out to be. So that's just me, and again, to each his own. In terms of the build quality of this IEM, it is quite amazing. It's a full metal construction or some kind of composite. Kind of look like mini sculptures. I think really nice. Not everything is metal, obviously. The black part which you see on the screen is this part is metal. Everything else is I think plastic. The cable is nice. Again, it's a flat style cable. We have seen these flat style cables, and they're becoming very common in IEMs and stuff. They do tangle. I think my AHC100 IEMs from then on, I think, are better in terms of the overall how they tangle and stuff. They just never tangle. I really like them. That's mainly because of the cable. After the Y split, the cable gets extremely thick, and I mean there's just no space of being tangled and stuff. Here's the jack. It is an angled 3.5 millimeter one, relatively thin, so it can go inside recessed jacks and stuff. It is not gold plated. It is nickel plated. It is a 3-pole connector because you have a remote there. You can make it balanced, but I mean, why the hell would you want to do that? Again, unless you have a hi-fi man player, which is a balanced player, then it's kind of a cool feature. But other than that, it's just useless. If you want to use the remote, then it's a different story. But that's just okay. Let's skip that. You have the remote. This is a very cheap feeling remote. I think it is made of plastic. You have a volume up and down switch and play and pause. I don't like this remote. There is no microphone. This is just a remote. There is no microphone. At least I cannot see anything. And overall, just a generic IEM in terms of fit and finish and design and stuff. It's quite common. The only difference being the cups right here, or at least this part, is metal or some kind of composite, and feels really nice in the hand. The comfort is decent. It's much better than the AHC100, but it's not even close to the CX180s from Sennheiser. I think those, being super cheap and they sound like crap, I think they're amazingly comfortable. One of the most comfortable IEMs I think I've ever tried in my life. I absolutely love them. I think they're absolutely fantastic. JBLs are not even close. As you can see, these are relatively long or wide if you look at it from this angle. Then not exactly as comfortable, but still pretty good. Much better than the C100s, I think. Sound is obviously much better than the C100s. There's no imbalance, which is amazing. I hate the C100s because of the imbalance in the bass. Really pisses me off. This does not have any imbalance. It's not as neutral as the C100s. I think the C100s are more neutral sounding to my ears. This has a quite noticeable roll off in the highs, even in the mids. There's not a lot of detail. It's a bit muddy sounding. The bass is good, but again, it's not as not extremely refined. Very bloated bass. Not exactly bloated, but it just does not have that fidelity in the bass. It's not exactly a refined bass like you might get from a really nice balanced armature IEM. For a dynamic IEM though, I think it's okay. It's not bad, but it's certainly better than some other IEMs out there. For the price, I think it's pretty good. The center image is much better than the Denon's. Distant sounding, not exactly in your face like some crazy headphones, which can be like totally in your face and can be really harsh and stuff. This is not harsh because again you have severe roll off in the mids and the highs, so it's smooth to listen to, relatively smooth I think, and it's much better than the Denons. I think the Denons are more neutral sounding, but these are, generally speaking, these are much more fun to listen to headphones, I think, or IEMs, I think. They still don't sound as good as the IEMs which come with the Galaxy S4. I don't know if there was just one pair that was like gold and stuff. The IEM which came with the S4, I think that was absolutely fantastic. That was without a doubt a hi-fi sounding IEM. I broke mine and it really sucks, and I cannot find the IEM which the same IEM which sounds as good as the S4. I took a look at the original ones from the S4 and they still did not sound as good. So I think it's there are different OEMs, so you will never be able to get the consistent sound. But I really miss that IEM, and this just does not come close to the sound of that IEM. It depends. If you like the Denons and neutral sound, then you might not like this. But personally, I prefer the JBL just because I think it's a much better buy. It's much cheaper than the Denons. Denons are on sale right now, but usually retail speaking, these are much cheaper, and you can get them for even cheaper when these are on sale. Currently, at the moment, on the Denons are cheaper than this, and the Denons come with more accessories and stuff. They come with a better packaging and stuff. They have a microphone as well, and they're just a overall nicer kind of a package in terms of stuff. But the imbalance is gonna piss a lot of people off, including myself, and I have no choice because I bought those, and I really don't care about IEM's sound that much. I just use them for YouTube videos at night. Otherwise, I have my full-size headphones, so it's good. I recommend it for the suggested retail. I think they're quite nice, but I would have liked a better, just a more neutral presentation. If they could have made it the mids of just a tad more neutral sounding, then I would have then the treble would not have been an issue. So the mids and the treble just not as good as I was expecting, but still acceptable. I think I recommend them. They are good, very well built, good package, nice IEMs, good job, especially better than the J46BT, which were horrible. I mean, I just cannot recommend those. I did a full review on them, so you can check that out. Check the description, but I don't recommend those. These are much better than that, and better value, I think. That's pretty much it. There will be headphone unboxing tomorrow, or maybe today, or I don't know which is gonna come first. So if this goes first, then there will be a headphone unboxing tomorrow, or maybe day after tomorrow. And if I did the unboxing already, then ignore this whole part. That's pretty much it. Thank you for all the support. I think I'll see you guys next time. This was the J46BT. Sorry, the S100. Thanks to Kotaria Enterprises for sending this up and hooking me up with this. And I think I'll see you guys next time. Alright.